pronunciation teacher. This means I teach students from all levels, beginner, intermediate and advanced. I have a course, a pronunciation course online where I teach you all you need to know. So to register for my course, there is a link in the description box. Just click on it and get started. Today, for so long, I've been asked a lot of questions about myself, about my country, about things concerning pronunciation. So today's video is about answering the questions from people from all over the world who've asked me some questions. Yes. So the first question I got is, why do you have an accent and why do you teach pronunciation? Okay, now one thing I did was to filter a lot of questions came in, so I did filtering, and yeah, so I also decided that there is no question that was stupid, so I'm just going to answer this one. So why do you have an accent? I have an accent because I want to have an accent. Yes, I'm not from the UK, I'm not a native speaker. Yes, to say I'm a native speaker would be a lie. I'll be lying. But I do admire and love native speakers and the British accent, and that's why I have it, because I like it and because I think it's just beautiful. That's my bias. So, and then also, why do you teach pronunciation? So, because I love having an accent, I also love hearing other people have an accent. And one thing I used to say, or I always tell my students, is it depends on what you have as a goal. It depends on what you have as a goal. What spurred me to work on myself as a person, was I have a communications background in school, and then I just said to myself, okay, so what can I do to make a difference in my field and to be better? Those times where I had dreamt of working with CNN and BBC kind of thing. So I just said to myself, okay, do you want to work on yourself? Just get an accent. So I started working, and yes, we are 5 years away from where I started, and we're making very good progress. So that's why I teach pronunciation, because I love it. Number 2, what continent are you from and why? Okay, says, what continent are you from and what is the craziest thing someone has asked about your continent? So I'm from Africa, the second largest continent in the world. And what is the craziest question someone has ever said or asked? I saw I think it was a video that got viral online. Someone asked, mention 2 countries or mention 5 countries in the world, and someone was like America and said Africa. I'm like, what? Are you serious, guys? What did you do in geography? Africa is not a country in that sense of, Africa is a continent. It's just like saying Europe is a country. Europe is a continent, and so is Africa. So in Africa, we have countries in Africa, a lot of countries, over 50 countries in Africa. So you can't really, it's very annoying to hear someone say Africa is a country, you just one little country there. Africa is a very big, huge place, guys. So please don't say that again. You should close your face and shame or something. Africa is a country. Okay, so the next question is, I think this is quite personal. Says, are there times you wanted to give up and what kept you going? Yes, there were times, there are many times, there are still times presently that I wanted to give up. Now, I think this person means, are there times you wanted to give up in pronunciation? Because I think that's all we're here for. Yes, there are times when I started speaking or started practicing how to speak well. By well, I mean this, and I was shushed off, or so to shut up, or I just felt what in the world, or I just was I'm not doing this no more. And what just kept me I was just I have a goal in mind. I have where I want to work. I want to have a very beautiful career, and yeah, so that's what kept me. So what would keep you is having a goal in mind, knowing what you want and going for it. So if you just improving on your pronunciation because you want to do that, I bet you're going to give up soon. So just have a goal in mind and work with it. And are there times I want to give up? Absolutely. I think it's not just only me. Everybody who like does something in life would want to give up at one point or the other. But what will keep you going is your goal and your conviction and what you're there for, like why you're doing what you're doing, your motive. All these things will keep you. So have a motive, have a goal for improving on your pronunciation. Okay, so the next one is a person listed some words that that are spelled alike, but I'm going to put them up on the screen right now, but then they are different. So he said, how do you pronounce these words? So the first one is thorough, thorough. The next one is through, through. The next one is though. Very similar spellings but different pronunciations. Though, and the last one is thought, thought. So I'm going to go over it again. Thorough, thorough. Through, through. Though, though, and thought, thought. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so the next question is, I'm confused about what a portmanteau is. What is a portmanteau? So, for the purposes of this question exactly, I'm going to be doing a video on what a portmanteau is, but I'm just going to answer it in a very simple way. A portmanteau is a word that is made up of two words in English. That's what it is. A portmanteau is a word that is made up of two words. I'm going to do a video about it in my next video. Next question is, what is the craziest reaction that someone has given you when they heard you speak or when they heard you say something? So I'm going to tell you about it. Quite a funny one though. So it was in uni and I was in class, and then what really happened was someone said something and just few people in my class then knew that I had a channel or something. So someone was like, please can you help me pronounce this word? I was like, okay, let's give it a go. And I was like, I gave the pronunciation and someone just turned and looked at me and was like, so I'm going to say this how a Nigerian will say, because I'm a Nigerian. I'm going to try to say it in pidgin English or the way the person said it. So when I gave the correct pronunciation of the word, the person was like, what do they feel like? She won't form for be like, and that was so funny. I was like, I'm not trying to form anything. Like, this is not me just trying to pick up something, just yesterday. This is something I'm doing for like 5 years. So what's your problem? Like, I beg, come on, dear, I beg, what's your problem? I was like, whatever. Oh. Really annoying, guys. So when people, for example, my classmates hear me speak, like the few that have ever heard me speak this way, they're like, only few who understand, okay, yeah, you're doing a good job, just keep on. Where others are like, what's you did from? I better come out. I'm like, okay, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, so the next question. Really funny. Okay, the next question is, what state are you from? And how well can you speak your native dialects? Okay, so I think you really waited for me on the road for this one, like how they would say in pidgin English, they wait for me for junction. I think my pidgin English is very, 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 very funny. What do I get? Okay, so what state am I from? I'm from Abia State, and I'm a Nigerian, so I'm from Abia State. And how well can I speak my native dialect? From like a scale of 1 to 10, I'll say a 4 because there are reasons. But I think it's not an excuse to not know how to speak my native dialect. I think I should know how to speak my native dialect more. So yes, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 4, give it a 4, because I didn't really grow up in, with my people, kind of. I grew up in the northern part of Nigeria, so Nigerian house was the same. And to speak Igbo is quite I can do it, but I think I speak Hausa more than I speak Igbo, or I'm more fluent in Hausa more than I can speak Igbo, and not because I wanted it to happen that way. It was because I grew up in the north, right. I grew up in the north. Stayed in like two northern states. Yeah, I stayed in Niger State. I stayed in Nasarawa State. So yeah, that's just what happened. So, but I think I'm learning. I'm becoming better. The first contact I had with my people like the Igbos was when I came to uni in the East, and I at first it was so difficult to understand whatever anyone was saying because we have a lot of dialects, like a lot of types of language. Like for example, the Igbo, we have many dialects, the same language, or there is a general one, and then there are different types of that same language. So it was like really difficult to understand because in my class we have like 10 different dialects. I'm like, which one should I learn? But Hausa is just like more straightforward. Even though there are types of dialects in Hausa, but I think they are less than those in the Igbo language and all that stuff. So that's just it. And so next question is, what is the difference between diction and syntax or syntax? So I'll just tell you in very simple terms. So diction refers to word choice. That is, for example, you might describe a room as clean, or you might call it spotless, really. But both words have similar meanings, but also have a difference between, the choice of the word choices. So the difference between these word choices, what affects the reader's mind, that I refer to this room as clean, and I refer to this room as spotless. Both mean clean and both mean not dirty, but the choice of word is what's called diction. Syntax, on the other hand, refers to how words are arranged in a sentence. So there is less choice of words involved, and then there are more restrictions based on grammar rules. So that's the difference between diction and syntax. So the next question is, what do you do aside from teach pronunciation? Okay, so another thing that I do that I really love and really passionate about is graphic design. I'm a graphic designer outside of pronunciation teaching, and I also have a graphic design channel called Pixelect. The link is in the description box, so check it out, where I teach graphic design mostly in theory because I've not started the practicals yet. So aside from being a pronunciation teacher, I'm also a graphic designer, a logo designer, a brand identity designer. Yes, that's what I do. Okay, the next question is this. Next question, it says, what is the best part of having an accent, or those kind of good days, good experiences you've had because you have an accent? Okay, so I'll tell you about it. One of the good things, or the awesome things that happen to me because I have an accent, is because I'm saying it's because one of the best things or good things that have happened to me is when I open my mouth to speak and people just go like, oh, I like the way you speak. I'm like, thank you, blushing eyes. So that's one of the good things. You really speak well. I like the way you speak. And also job openings have come my way because I speak like this. That's really cool. But I also have disadvantages where people are like, hey, I don't want to really say. I've got seeing a lot of negative comments, racist comments even, from people who are like, that? And I'm like, I don't really care. This is me, guys, so deal with it. Really deal with it. Okay, so thank you very much for watching my video today, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and share with friends and family. I'll see you. Bye.